Imagine, you are in an arcade center with multiple games around you. On your right, there is a shooting game, and on your left is a car racing game. Right in front of you is the claw machine, which can help you win a soft toy for your partner. But here's the problem. Every game requires a different ticket to be played. It's time consuming and exhausting to change every single ticket whenever you are approaching a game. Don't you think it would be better to have one standard ticket for all the games? This is what the ERC20 token standard makes possible. In this video, we are going to talk about what the ERC20 token standard is, how these tokens operate, what's the need for a standard, how tokens are created, some basic guidelines of the standard, and a few other token standards after the ERC20. ERC20 tokens exist on the Ethereum blockchain that is capable of storing transactions and running smart contracts. An ERC20 token is capable of representing almost everything. It can represent other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, even physical currencies like the dollar or the rupee. It could represent gold, shares in a company, and so on and so forth. These tokens are created from smart contracts which are stored on a blockchain that run when predetermined conditions are met. These contracts are also responsible for managing transactions and keeping a track of balance of each token holder. To get your tokens, you have to give a certain number of Ether to the smart contract, and the smart contract will give you a certain amount of tokens in return. If the given limit of the contract is reached, it will refuse to accept your Ether and stop producing any more tokens. Sounds simple, right? Well, it is not. Remember what we learned about smart contracts? They are immutable. Once something is written on the contract, it is set in stone. So if you made an error on the contract, it's game over. And then there's the problem of interoperability. Interoperability is just a fancy term for the ability of the computer system or software to exchange and make use of information. Each token contract can be different from the other. So if you want your token to be available on an exchange, exchanges and wallets have to write custom codes to be able to support your token. This is why a universal interface was proposed for token creators. This was called the ERC20 token standard. Ta-da! There are plenty of other tokens like the ERC1125 for the NFTs and ERC223. So what gives them their identity? Ethereum, as it is decentralized, has a platform where people can submit their ideas to improve the Ethereum ecosystem. This is called the Ethereum Improvement Proposal or EIP. In the year 2015, an individual submitted his idea of the ERC20. ERC stands for Ethereum Request for Comment, and 20 was the serial number of the submission. The mandatory guidelines of the ERC20 interface are: number 1, total supply. Once the limit of tokens you put on your contract is reached, the contract will stop creating any more tokens. Number 2, balance off. It's a method which has to return how many tokens a given address has. Number 3, transfer, which is a record of how many tokens are given to the user from the supply. Number 4, transfer from, which can be used for recording the exchange of tokens between any two users who have them. Number 5, approve, verifies that your contract can give a certain amount of token to its users, taking into account the total supply. Number 6, allowance, almost the same as the approve method, except that it checks if one user has a high amount of tokens to send to someone else. While this might seem overwhelming, all you need to remember is that with the ERC20, exchanges and wallet providers only have to implement this code once to make their contract universal. This is why exchanges can add new tokens so quickly. ERC20, however, is a guideline and is not perfect. This is why people keep on adding new perks and features. Sometimes while transferring ERC20 tokens to a contract, people mistakenly use the instructions for sending tokens to a wallet and send them to a smart contract which is not designed to handle it. Their tokens get stuck in the smart contract. What's worse, since the contract was not designed to handle these tokens will be stuck there forever. This is why ERC223 was built as an upgrade to ERC20. We hope this video helps build a deeper understanding of the ERC20 tokens. If you have any questions regarding ERC20 token standard, feel free to comment below or connect with us on Twitter at Flint.money. If this new and smart money excites you, come explore ways to generate wealth through crypto. Explore Flint to earn up to 13% interest per annum. And if you're liking what you're watching, subscribe to our YouTube channel.